between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they're led out by the fourth-year man out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Meanwhile, Jones throw taken in here by Patrick. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You've got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll go again here with Akers. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Bucs sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Lawrence. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Throwing again on second down. Jones on the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf. Now Jones. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 33 yards that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. He tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Jones. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, certainly one of the leaders of this offense. There's Jarvis Landry as this crew gets ready to go again. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence finding his target. It's Trey McBride. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Now Lawrence. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. That's complete right around the 8. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Again, it's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Beckham. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Inside give to Elliott. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Lawrence. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham Beckham there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers have come back to make it a 2-point game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now Jones on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw again. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence going deep here for Landry. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now...
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first coming over in London. An early start, though, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The Broncos taking on the Jags. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And then finally, Two American traditions converge. Halloween night and Monday Night Football. It's the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A 1-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Christian Barmore. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Beckham. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down carry by Elliott to the 27-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Off the option, here's Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Second down and 5. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the option, here's Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Off the option, here's Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the option left, it's Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off the option, here's Akers. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. K.J. Osborne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. It's caught by OBJ.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night.
It's almost closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A give, running right is Akers. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Jones. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment,